Hello, Tobias Man here for the Freed Up Thoughts blog, where we free up our thoughts on the latest hardware and software. Today I'm going to be looking at installing the custom kernel Franco Kernel, developed by Franco. This kernel will speed up your device and reduce lag, as well as improve battery life. So let's get started. You'll need a rooted device, so I have my rooted Nexus 4 here. It's running a custom ROM, but that's not necessary, but it will help later, as I'll explain. So we're going to get started by restarting our device into the custom recovery. So I'm going to reboot directly into there. If you don't have that option, you can hold down the power and both volume keys at the same time, and it'll reboot to the bootloader, and then you'll be able to select the recovery mode. So now it's going to reboot. Alright, there is Clockwork Mod, so I'm going to make a backup here. This is to make sure that we can recover if anything goes wrong. Alright, now that it's finished backing up, we're going to reboot directly into Android, and we're going to take a look at installing Franco Kernel. Now that the device has been rebooted, we're going to take a look at the first method for installing Franco Kernel. Now you don't want to use this method on CyanogenMod 10.2 or another JSS 15J based custom ROM because it won't work. For that, I'm going to be showing you the second method, so if you're using that, please hold on. Now in the Google Play Market, we're going to search for Franco Kernel. Now you're going to want this for both methods. We're going to want to find the Franco Kernel Updater free and install that. Now I've already installed it, so I'm just going to open it up and I'm going to tap on the download tab. Now it's going to refresh and it's going to see that there's not a stable version available, so we're just going to download the nightly version, and we're going to tap Auto Flash to automatically reboot and install it. Now like I said before, it's important not to flash the version available in the updater if you're running a JSS 15J based ROM like CyanogenMod 10.2. So our device here is going to reboot and install the Franco kernel. Alright, now that our device has rebooted, we can go ahead and unlock it, and we're going to see after a few seconds of lag, which is normal after first flashing the kernel, that the performance has improved quite a bit, things launch quite a bit faster, and the screen is actually a little bit brighter and a little bit more vibrant. These are all things that the kernel has done that improves it. The second method to install Franco kernel is manually, and that involves downloading the Franco kernel from the XDA developer's website for your device and installing it using the custom recovery. Now you'd want to do this if you're running a JSS 15J based ROM like CyanogenMod 10.2, which doesn't support the version downloaded using the updater. So let's get started. Start by launching the Franco Kernel Updater Free Edition. You're still going to use this for that, but instead of going to the Download tab, we're going to scroll down to the XDA Developers link for our device. That's going to load up the Franco Kernel XDA Developers page. And we're going to scroll down to the first available version. Since we're running 4.3, we're going to have to go to the nightlies, and we're going to see that same message like I mentioned before. If you're running CM 10.2 or another JSS 15J based ROM, you're going to want to download the JSS tagged one. We're going to select one of the servers, and that's going to load. Then we're going to choose zips, and we're going to choose the latest version for us, so that's revision 182. If you're running the JSS based kernel or a JSS based custom ROM, again you'd want to get the JSS tagged one right above it. Once it's downloaded, we're going to boot directly into our custom recovery, and we can do that by rebooting our device and holding down the volume down and power button. Alright, now that we're in the custom recovery, we can install the Franco kernel. So we're going to tap on install zip from SD card, choose 0/, and then go to your downloads folder where it downloaded it, and then select the Franco Kernel Nightly revision, whatever you downloaded, and tap that. Tap yes, I want to install it, and a couple seconds later it will be installed. You can tap go back and reboot your system now, and your system will reboot and you will have Franco kernel installed. The last thing I'd like to show you is the Franco Kernel Updater paid version, which has a lot of features that let you customize how the hardware interacts with the software. So I'm going to launch that. It's about $4 or $5 on the Google Play Market. And the first screen you'll see is the status information. So that's going to tell you what kind of processor you have, what your clock speeds are, etc. We can tab over to the side panel and take a look at the updater. And there we have a way of backing up our kernels. We can also make changes to the frequencies, set the maximum min frequency, as well as change other settings like the I/O scheduler. One of the nice features is you can change the color tuning, so you can tune your display to however you like it. If you like an AMOLED style display, you can change that. And there's actually a lot of presets, so you can load the presets and load your preset, and then you can choose from a long list of these. And then one of the last things I want to show you is the per app power modes. And that lets you change the settings for a single app. So if you want to run a benchmark and have it run in Performance Governor, you can. If you want to disable the thermal throttling, you could do that for an app, and it's entirely up to you. Now it's important to remember that you don't actually have to pay for many of these features. They're probably already in your custom ROM. If you're running CyanogenMod, you just have to enable the Performance tab in the settings, and you'll have access to setting the CPU governor. And for things like the screen tuning, Franco actually has a free version of that on the XCA Developers Forum. You'll just have to search for it. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If this helped you in any way, please hit that like and subscribe button. It helps a lot. And have a great day.